Hey, there we go. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time it might be where you are. Welcome back to my live stream. My name is Jeff Fritz. We're going to write a little bit of code today. I got my Twitch hat on. I'm all excited. We've hit a couple of not yet, dinner, not yet. We've hit a couple of goals. We've hit a couple of interesting places here. We're over 5,500 followers on the stream. I'm thrilled with that. I've got my Docker shirt on. We're going to be doing some work with Docker today. Happy Sunday afternoon, Tagaron. Good to see you. Stelzy's here. And Denerd asking, can we get sentiment analysis going on this screen? I want to limit what screens that it appears on for right now. I notice I don't have any numbers showing on this screen at all. It's just chat. This is just about us talking. I want to keep that interaction, some of those things, a little bit later. Keep them when we're actually doing some work, so they're kind of there in the background. Frackberg, hello, hello. Landon BR, good to see you. Let's see here. Chris Jones, hello, hello. Carrie's here, good morning. And Rambling Geek as well, hello, hello. We were checking out my friend Chief CLL on Twitch a little bit earlier. He was doing some work with React and building a fitness progressive web application. Check him out. He's somebody we're very interested in as a live coder who's building new content on Twitch. Really great to see enthusiastic folks that are growing and building out what they want to do, teaching here on Twitch. Carrie was streaming the other night as well, the other afternoon and evening. Check her out. CPayet. Let's throw a shout out in the chat room for both of those. Chief. That's not how you spell Chief. Chief CLL. And let's throw another one for Carrie. Click through. Follows are always free for anybody here on Twitch. You know that. Let them know that you're interested in what they're doing. Click through, give them a follow, and maybe you'll get a notification when they're doing something cool, and it'll be great to tune in. Let's head over. Let's get some music playing first. That would be a good idea. Music first. Today, I think we'll play. I haven't played Yellow in a while. I don't think. There we go. This is Music to Code from our friend Mr. Carl Franklin. It's scientifically engineered. It's designed to get you in the groove, get you in the flow, so that whatever task it is that you're working on just kind of fades away, and you can focus on exactly what you need to be doing, whether it's code, homework, or even doing chores around the house. You finally purchased Music to Goodbye. It's tremendous. You can get, I believe there's 18 tracks that you can get right now at mtcb.pwop.com. And for anybody out there that's streaming and you'd like to be able to use the music in your stream, there's now a license you can purchase so that you can use it in your live video streams. Check it out, mtcb.pwop.com. Pwop is P-W-O-P. Yeah, really good stuff. Said How, good to see you. And Veronica Hex, hello. There's a couple new emotes available. There's a raid emote and a cool bot emote. I think we need to... I'm running into a little bit of an issue with some of these where I think we've got them scaled improperly when we get really small. So I think we're going to revisit a couple of them and paint them up a little bit more and try and make them a little bit clearer at the very small resolution. But big thanks to Carrie for those two new emotes. There they are. Thank you, Lannon, for sharing them in the chat room. So, yeah, the sunglasses are kind of hard to pick out on his face. You can see the orange hat, and I think we can make the raid a little bit bigger. We'll see. We'll see. Definitely, it's easy to edit and enhance these, but I was thrilled that we got some emotes so quickly. So, thanks again for sharing that. Wow, look at some of the names of some of these new followers. Captain Wow, STHAPA123. I don't know how to pronounce that. Saint Hapa? Not sure. Elbow Juice. Okay. Vladislav Kriponov. Welcome. You can work on it? All right. I'm always happy to take a look if folks want to submit emotes that we want to give a shot at. Take a look at. At the smallest size is 28 by 28. and then the middle one is 56 by 56, and then the big one is 112 by 112. Thanks so much. This week, I need to talk about this. This week, I am... There we go. I am at Connectaha on Friday. Misab, thanks so much for the follow. I appreciate you joining us. Connectaha is a new conference in Omaha, Nebraska. I'm thrilled that they accepted me as one of their their premier show's speakers. And I'll be speaking at 11 a.m. on Friday. I fly out at, what is it, like 11:45 on Thursday. So I will not be able to run a Thursday stream at my normal time. I'm not sure if I'm going to run one later in the afternoon. Plans are up in the air. We'll see what happens with Thursday. If I can reschedule it, I will. But for right now, I'm considering canceling Thursday. Friday, I'm speaking at 11 a.m. Central Time. That is usually when I end my stream. So I might run a stream on Friday a little bit earlier. We'll see about scheduling for that to see how that fits in. And then I have another session a little bit later in the afternoon, and then I fly home, and we'll be back for Sunday's stream. Yes, I saw that, Frackberg. Awesome use of the .dev domain. Developers.dev. It will be my first time in Omaha. Yes, it'll be the furthest west that I will have traveled without being in the Pacific time zone. No, I've been in Arizona. Yeah, pretty close. So, yeah, I'll click developers, developers. There you go. There's our friend Steve. You remember Steve? We see Steve whenever anybody clicks through and gives us a follow. Yes, way to go, Steve. Nice joke. A bad joke by Pat Murray. Well spent. So, that's what's going on for me this week. Hey, Brave Cobra. Good to see you. But I'll have stickers. I'll have cards with me in Omaha for the event to hand out to any friends that want to stop by and say hello. Let's see what else. So that's the event this week. Tuesday night I'll be streaming at my Tuesday evening time, so we can engage some of our friends in Asia, in the West Coast United States, get them a little bit more access. Went to Portland once as a lifelong East Coaster, had to go dip your feet in the Pacific Ocean just to say you had. You know what? Even though I've been on the West Coast, I've been to I was in San Jose for TwitchCon. I'll be going to San Diego for this year's TwitchCon. I've been to Palo Alto once or twice. Haven't been to San Francisco, like San Francisco. Never been to Oakland, but been to Seattle lots. Never been in the Pacific Ocean. I gotta figure out that. Bookmarks that link to share with a nerd. Good idea, Irandas. Good idea. I like that. That's a good idea. All right. So that's what's going on with me this week. I'll be at this event, and I'll mark the schedule appropriately that you see down below here as far as my next coming up streams. Actually, I can do that now. Let's update that real quick. Let's see. So I use the Streamlabs Stream Schedule extension so that I can edit that. And I'm going to click Configure. So it has an interface that looks like this. Let's zoom in a little there. Hello. And it says here when my schedule is. I'm going to X out Thursday, and for right now I will X out Friday. Save that, and it'll update the schedule there below me. But we're on Sunday. We'll be back Tuesday. Real easy to manage these things. I like how simple these interfaces are. So, all right. Nice acoustic panels. Thank you. I literally just installed them this morning. First thing this morning, I said, well, I've got these things sitting in a box. They've been sitting there for a week or two or more. Let's get them installed. Let's see if they improve the sound here. Not just improve the sound in here, but to make sure that on the other side where the bedroom is, it isn't, you aren't being bombarded with clicky-clack keyboard. So, Sunnergull, hey, thank you so much. Yeah, I hope we have a nice Sunday. It'll be great. Yarnt hearing them. Yeah, Yarnt. Okay, you got me. All right.
And you blow it.
Nah, it's a thing. All right. So let's get that set up. I want to talk about this project that we've been poking around. That we've been doing some interesting things with machine learning and artificial intelligence. This is our Stream Tools project. This is what I use to build some of these numbers that you see here below me. Blinkstone, thanks so much for that kind follow. It's helping us reach our Rainbow Beard Challenge goal. If we get to 7,000 followers before May 1st, I will dye this beard rainbow for Microsoft Build 2019. Hey, Fletcher Codes, good to see you. Yeah, I really like your Clippy emote. That is really cool. I want to get in almost as tight with my Clippy emote and still be able to see the rainbow beard. I really like how nice you have that. That is a great emote. What I'm concerned about as I look at our Rainbow Beard Challenge goal, this is Socialblade.com. They show you all kinds of information about folks on all the social networks. If I go to Twitch, and anybody can do this. You can come out here, you can key in whatever you'd like. It'll show you the change in followers, the change in video views. This is all public information. You can look up anybody you'd like here. Right? And it'll show you, dear Lord, how many followers that changes by. That's insane. I'm like nothing compared to that. Anyways. But there's a cool thing here that says future projections. And if I click through future projections, in 2 months, for May 3rd, it says we're only going to get to 6,600 at our current pace of growth. I don't think we're going to make that Rainbow Beard Challenge. I don't think we're going to make it. I think my beard is safe. So we'll see. So tell your family, tell your friends, tell your pets. Create a Twitch account, get out here, follow us, and we'll have a good time writing some code together. But those numbers that you see here, and even that rainbow beard scale that you see over there, that's from an ASP.NET Core application called fritz.streamtools. Anybody can download the source code here, recompile it, configure it so it works great on your stream. And we've got a ChatBot that runs as part of this. Oh, challenge accepted. Yes, May 1st is the deadline. Are we doing the purple beard on April 2nd? So Lannon's alluding to, I am hosting the Visual Studio 2019 launch. Visual Studio, there's the 2019 RC. Where's the launch? Now I feel bad. Oh, there it is. Read more. It's right up top. Visual Studio 2019 launch event, Tuesday, April 2nd at 9 a.m. Pacific. I will be your host. All day, we will be writing code. We'll be using Visual Studio 2019. We're gonna have some friends in that also use Visual Studio 2019. We're gonna talk to the team that builds Visual Studio. It's gonna be an amazing day. And yes, Lannon, my marketing team has requested that I dye my beard Visual Studio purple for that day. Yeah. Hey, Mordecai, good to see you. And Robert Tables is here. Hello, hello. Great to see everybody. So that's what's going on with, yes, purple beard. Should get back into coding, make my toilet paper degree useful. There's no requirement to have a degree to get into writing open source code. If you write good code, if it tests out well, people will accept it. It's always good like that. So make sure you follow through, check that stuff out. Fletcher Codes. I need to see a little bit more about. I gotta check out your stream. Your name is Fletcher and you code. Stream your development, share your journey, keep you focused, learn from others. Oh, that's really cool. I'm gonna have to tune in sometime. Let's put a shout out there to Fletcher Codes. Fletcher Codes. There we go. That looks like a really good stream you have there. Definitely gonna have to check that out. Purple beard with a white infinity symbol in it. That's gonna be really hard to do, user 4712. Would you recommend a second account to stream code versus gaming? It seems like when I stream coding, my gamer viewers drop even after I go back to gaming. I don't know. So our friend Fierce Kittens has this same problem where she does sewing and craft work, and she also does coding, and she stopped coding because she wanted to focus and get her audience seeing more of her craft work. I think if you make it clear when you're coding versus gaming, right? If Tuesday is Tech Tuesday and that's when you do things, when you do code, that might help with that kind of thing. Rex Havoc, you had this discussion. Yeah. So there's something to be said for variety streamers who go between different games, different content, IRL content, let's chatting content. There's definitely something to be said for that. Our friend Sushi Codes, she's on the Live Coders team. You can find out more about the Live Coders at the link below. She actually has two separate accounts. One where she's just cooking on her Sushi Day account, and she writes code on her Sushi Codes account. It's up to you. Started doing mixed content on the stream. Yeah. As long as you're consistent, I think that's a good point, Robert Tables. If you're consistent about when and what type of content you're doing, you might end up starting to see folks cross over. We had a big raid into Fierce Kitten's channel the other night when she was sewing. And a lot of folks stuck around because, you know what? That's something different that they were interested in when they saw how interesting it was. So, Clark.io does game streams, yeah. So as long as you make it clear, here's when I'm doing these types of content, maybe with a little bit in a schedule panel below, that'll help to communicate what it is that you're doing. So, all right. So this Stream Tools project, we've been building things out. We've been making it smarter. We were working with Landon BR when he joined us, and we built this sentiment widget you see over here underneath me. And schedule panel updates. Oh, yeah. So that was neat, adding that in. But we wanted to go back and tune up some of the other artificial intelligence things that the bot does in channel. Oh, yeah. Fierce Kittens got really into coding discussion as she was sewing on Friday night. Yes, yes. The Twitch mobile app is missing some features. I wouldn't quite call it rubbish. It is missing some features. It will lag behind quickly. So, hard to switch content when you're known only for one thing. Yes, it is hard to switch content. So, I wanted to continue tuning up some of the features inside of this Stream Tools, and particularly our chatbot. So, I have Visual Studio 2019 right there. And I've already got the code checked out. I've got it sitting here. I'm not going to be writing a unit test to go with this. But we're looking at this command. This is my image descriptor command. This is a command that will execute whenever somebody posts what looks like an image in chat. That is, it starts with HTTP, and somewhere along the way, it has a .png, JPEG, .gif, and we'll go and figure out, well, what is that image? We'll use Azure, the Azure image recognition service to actually inspect what it is and determine if it's racy and share that information here in chat. Can't remember the L in public to save your life? Yeah. That's something I struggle with with my Philadelphia accent. When you hear folks from Philadelphia pronounce words like Philadelphia, they'll drop the L's. right? The mid-Atlantic accent will roll those L's together and drop them. Like T-A-L-K, talk. They'll say talk. Ooh. You will catch me doing that on stream. There, I even said will. Wool. Instead of will. It's something I work on, and you'll hear me struggle with it here on stream. Rex Havoc, you're right. Wooder. Right? That's what our friend Gritty would say. And coffee. Oh, man. So this is the bot that goes out and figures out what various images are that folks post into stream. And right now, it's doing a detection, right? It decides whether or not it can inspect and figure out, well, is this an image if it matches this regular expression, right? This pattern. And the pattern is basically looking for HTTP something / some location and then that image, right? That image extension. You still have a hint of your southern accent? Yeah, it is hard to drop. Oh, yes. What do you got there, Janesco? Request parameters. You're giving me code here. I'm not quite sure what that's for. Or did you paste in the wrong window? And I love the Gritty emote. I love that Gritty emote. He's so orange. Anyways, but the interesting thing about this, right? And anybody can post images in chat, and the bot will come back and tell you exactly what it is. Hey there, Codair and Crows 4K. I'm not working on Blazor right now, Janesco. This is strictly a class. What I want to be able to do is I want to be able to detect when somebody passes in an Instagram URL, because Instagram is a pretty popular place folks post images. It is incredibly accurate, yes. When somebody posts an Instagram link, I want to be able to detect it and go find that image. And it's a big image, right? So this is an image from our friend Imperial Girl. She joined us the other day for a little bit. She, just as I refer to folks that join us in chat as pair programmers, because we're all collaborating together. I'm learning from you, you're learning from me, and we're pair programming. We're getting some code pieces that we can write together. And we're even taking pull requests from you to improve some of our projects and some suggestions. And there is a suggestion out there that we're going to implement today. If you can see it on the top tab up there, that's where we're going. That's where we're going next.
Oh my.
Yeah, that'll be a good one. So this is, so Imperial Girl refers to her viewers because she's Imperial Girl and she's got this whole Star Wars theme going. She refers to folks as her Wookiee cookies. It's a thing. And how do we get that image? Because clearly that Instagram URL isn't it's not an image. And it's not showing an image, it shows HTML. So we need a special handler for things like Instagram or tweets so that we can pull the image out of that HTML, inspect what it is, so that we can decide whether or not to share that information in stream. So I navigated here to exactly that URL that Imperial Girl shared, and I started looking at the content of the HTML. So I'm seeing a couple of exceptions. If the URL is Instagram.com, then let's look down here, and I found inside the meta tags in the head, there is an OG image meta property that has for its content the image. So if I click through and I grab that content, right? I get the image. That's the image that I want to submit out to the image recognition system and have it figure out what this is. And I can't wait to see what it thinks it is. Hey, Fretya, good to see you. So that's what I want to do. I want to drop in this exception here. Hey, Atomic J is here. Can someone drop a shout out to Atomic J in the chat? Atomic J is another one of our live coders, writing code live here on on Twitch, member of the Live Coders team. I'll tell you what, I'll do it. I'll do it myself. There we go. Make sure you check out Atomic J. Just recently started, and I'm looking for more folks to join the team. Always looking for more folks to join the team. I'll watch a stream or two, and we'll make a decision whether or not to add you. I have a GitHub organization for the Live Coders group that we're going to build out with all kinds of information. So, not a problem, Jay. Not a problem to drop a shout out to you. So this looks pretty easy to find this meta tag inside of the code. And the other thing I could even look at here, right? If I look at the network for this, when it requests that, is there a header for this that we would be able to get that image from? Cookie, blah, 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 blah. No, there is no header here that has the image hiding. No, we're good. All right, so I'm going to need to grab the HTML, just the HTML, and right, because I know it's an Instagram, link, I'll grab the HTML and I'll look for this meta property and pop off that content and go search for that. Oh, I'm glad you like the idea, Jay. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So let's add in an Instagram handler to our image descriptor so that folks can post Instagram links, and we'll go figure out what it is. And maybe for an Instagram picture, maybe we don't not only want to punch in the description of what the image is, but maybe we grab the text here and share that as well. We'll think about that, right? Because we have the description right here, right? So maybe we can grab that. What do you think, chat room? Give me some feedback here. I need some help. Came up with all kinds of cool ideas. Always the cool ideas. So let's see. Can execute here. Does that URL check to see if it is an image? So what I also want to do, if it's not an image, I want to do the Instagram check. You like the idea of grabbing the description? Could the hashtags be a problem for the Twitch chat? I don't know, user. I don't know. Let's start down the path of the Instagram. Of the Instagram identification, and then figure it out. If you go get the description, be careful of the hashtags. Some people feel their description with a ton of them. Okay, so maybe user 4712 is right. Maybe we drop the hashtags. It's often very long. Yeah. So we have an image. Post an image in the chat, Codair, and see what it does. Silverlight 1042. Hello. Good morning. Yeah. So, and actually, here, I have a project command that'll tell you. We're going to make it smarter. Pull the first sentence, first line. Maybe there's a maximum length that we pull. Let's figure it out. Let's first identify that it is an Instagram photo, and then have that subroutine that goes and handles Instagram. I think that's going to be the way to go after this. So can execute. I want to detect if it's Instagram. So I love my regular expressions. So I'm going to go back over here. I'm going to grab that URL and let's do a regular expression tester. Regular expression. Here. Antiat, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate you joining us. And I look forward to seeing you in the chat room. All right, so that's the text I want to go after. I'm not going after a specific word, right? I want to make sure that I find HTTP, and there might be an S, right? Kind of like a blog excerpt. There we go. So Fletcher codes, that should have been picked up. Cooldown active. Cooldown active on that. Cooldown shouldn't be active on that. Somebody's profile image. Yeah. Photo, a man wearing a hat. Oh, is that me? Yeah. I know that guy. Now, okay, so code hair, that's where, right, it doesn't have a .png or a JPEG in it. So it's not going to pick that up, right? It doesn't have an image extension, and that's a really long link. So that's how it's detecting what it is. So I'm going to look for this, right? And there's going to be these, but I need to make sure I escape them properly. And then, right, there is a www, maybe, and particularly Instagram.com, right, /p/ and then something. I don't care what the something is. We're going to figure that out. But I want to make sure that I grab... I want to capture... Right, I care about capturing... Do I have an outer capture and an inner capture? Do I do this? Okay. And then I've got, right, whatever that thing is before the /. Yeah, so it's hitting a cooldown on the images. Which isn't terrible. But that's something we're going to need to address. Let me come back over here. I'm going to make a note. Where can I make a note? Check the cooldown on the images. Image descriptor. So the production one has a cooldown. When this is running, it doesn't have a cooldown. It'll just fire. It might be like 30 seconds. So, all right. Let's see. I'm going to close that one for right now. Okay. Back over here. So I want to grab anything that is not the /. I think that's it, right? So if I have that as my capture, right? That'll go. And if I don't have the / on the end, is it still good? It's still good. Okay. I think I do need the / though. All right, fine. Now, all right, so that will capture the Instagram URL, and then I can name it, right? So if I want a named capture, it is, why am I doing? There, let somebody else do for me. Okay, that's enough. What's the syntax for the capture, for a named capture? I mean, I could just grab the 0 with, I guess. All right. So let me grab that back over here. I really shouldn't be. Nah, that's okay. Professor BK, thank you so much for joining us and for that follow. I appreciate that. Look forward to seeing you in the chat room. Why am I tabbed over? Private, static, read only, regx, Instagram check. This is a new regx, @. Won't that break if someone posts a link without a trailing /? All right, let's fix it. There. I like them apples. So that should find, and I want to make sure, yep. Let's make it ignore case, make sure it's compiled, and away we go. So now I have an Instagram check regular expression, so I can go down into my can execute now. So now, not just image check captures count equals 0, I should also say var Instagram check. Give me a minute. Tab size. This should have remembered my tab size. Now, why didn't it actually find it? All languages. Tab size. Indenting. Smart. 2 tabs. Thank you. Instagram check. All right, here we go. And I like having the 2 because that way you can see everything here. Let me move Solution Explorer back over here. That way that's above my head and the code isn't, and I'm not blocking that. Question mark. Ah, cool. Group name. Thanks so much, Fossils. Hey, good morning, Svava. VS29 is much more colorful in dark mode. It is, user 4712. Right, it's actually compiling and identifying the syntax inside of my regular expression here. So if I'm inside of here and I call this Chacky04, thanks so much for that resubscription with your Twitch Prime. 2 months in a row. You're going to get to continue using all of our really cool emotes, and I'll make a donation to Black Girls Code. Thanks so much. I'm going to call this Instagram URL. Now I should be able to grab that and use that when I do my check here. Yeah. So I'm going to test against that. You make me sad. Why did you indent like that? Instagram.match. All right. So that should come back as a match object. So, and the Instagram check dot captures. If that count is also 0, exit now. Okay. So now here's where I'm gonna change direction, right? If image check captures count does not equal 0, then the image URL is that. If Instagram check captures count does not equal 0, this image URL equals, and then here's where I'm gonna reroute and go somewhere else. Let's say let's call this handle Instagram, and I'll pass into it the results of that Instagram check, because that should have. Why are you? What is that? Why is it? I thought you loved me, Visual Studio. Why don't you love me? Why? You make me sad. Tabs. 2. Keep tabs smart. I tell you. Visual Studio.
You're about to get a serious beatdown.
Don't move my tabs. All right. So I need to handle Instagram method. Generate method. And that's out here now somewhere. I'm going to move this down a little bit because it's a subroutine. I want to put it outside of my primary things that are being done here in this file. So now handle Instagram. Now we can actually go through and do the different things that we need to handle here. So we can set that image URL properly. So that when we get down into execute, it actually goes and gets it appropriately. So that'll be true. This, you know what I'm going to do? So if it is Instagram, then I'm going to return true because I'm going to handle this appropriately. I don't think it's a 2019 bug, and I'm not restarting Visual Studio. Is that you are Weiss? Or is it you're Weiss? Or Weiss? Thanks so much for who followed us. Hakani. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate you joining us. Look forward to seeing... Oh, and there you are in the chat room. Hello. Good to see you. I'm doing the things.
And then?
We'll handle Instagram. We know how to handle Instagram. We'll return true because it's Instagram. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate you joining us. You know what? Let's do this. Let's say it is not. This way we can return. If handle Instagram returns an empty string, then we'll return this as false to say it cannot execute. We couldn't handle it. Ooh, what's the bot there? Oh, that's Rambling Geeks emote. Oh, very cool. I like it. Yeah, Robert Tables, can you drop a shout out to, Robert Tables, can you drop a shout out to Rambling Geek out there? Yeah, that is a cool emote. There's like this phenomenal little family of emotes coming here, and we need to drop a shout out to Robert Tables as well. Make sure that folks know some of the great streamers we have writing code out here on Twitch. Why not inline the variable? Let me go back up. Inline this variable, because if the image URL, if it does find something, we're going to use that down here in the execute, because we've already isolated that image URL right here. So we've already cleaned it up, we've isolated it, use that now when we go and do the analysis. Yeah, yep, not a problem, user 4712. All right, so now when we want to handle Instagram, I need to go get the HTML for that page. Just that page. That's not too bad. Now that page is going to be, it'll be the result of finding that first capture. Is that Travidale? Thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate you joining us. 5570. Oh man, look at those followers grow. Yeah, you flatter me. Thank you so much. No one likes that guy, Robertables. That dude. Robert Tables. Nobody likes him. Robertables? Okay, different. All right, so the URL that we're fetching is going to be, right, Instagram check, and then it's a named capture, right? So I should be able to do, not int. Right, is it a named capture or is it Seventh Nadir, thank you for the follow. Oh, and Atomic J is hosting us. That's so great. Thank you, Atomic J. This should be, where'd it go? Can execute. So this is just doing a match. I should be able to say not matches count. I should be able to say is match, right? Success. Yeah. Not just checking that count, just success, right? So then, right, we're passing over here Instagram check, which is the results of that match. Okay. So I can, oh, there it is. I can go after groups, and then there should be, there it is. There's the name, right? And my name is Instagram URL. I should be able to find that. And then pop it over into, right, value. That's what I want. If it's Instagram, got media items from there, an image URL for it. Yes, there's a meta item. You don't think I want success? Fossils is suggesting. Let me, here. Why not? I'm testing for success in matching. Oh, I want not success. Good point. If it's not successful at the media check, at the thing. Good catch, Fossils. Good catch. Yeah. All right. So that should be the URL. When we have that URL, I want to use. I need a using var client equals. Let's use our client factory. Create a client. And oh man, this is image descriptor. There. So now I've got an HTTP client, so I can go get the HTML. All right, so the HTML. I need to say client, get string async, and if I'm getting string async, that means I need to make this an async task so that I can await this, which means I need to rats. Get awaiter, get result here, because I don't want to modify it all the way up the chain. So that we're going to go get the URL. So that'll just get that Instagram URL. It'll just give me that HTML that's behind it. All right, so now that I have the HTML, oh man, I got to find that meta tag. So going back to our reference Instagram page here. So I'm looking for meta property, OG image, and then the content. How do I get that? Let's see, let's copy that. Part of me thinks that's another regular expression. What about async over sync? I'm no expert in async programming, but every tutorial says don't do that. They say don't do that, but you eventually run into a point where everything at some point has to get synchronized. So fire this asynchronously. But the handling here, I need to block. Because this is a synchronous method. I need to block and wait for that. So while it's doing that thing, it'll release as much as possible. But I need to block and wait here. So I need to find this meta property for the OG image. Yes. Get awaiter, get results. Yep. Read HTML as XML and use XPath. Dungeon Smasher, then we're assuming, and I like where you're going, we're assuming that the HTML is valid XML. And just looking at this meta tag right here, it's not. It's not a self-closing tag. Neither are these link tags. So I can't assume. I'd like to, but I can't. So I think what I gotta look for is meta, OG image, and then an end tag so that I've got that block. So, all right, let's figure out how we can capture that, right? Because this is going to be inside of, right, a block of, I shouldn't have been able to do that. I shouldn't have been able to do that. All right, it's going to be around a whole bunch of other stuff, right? That's fine. Okay. So I am specifically now looking for meta, and I want to capture this whole thing too. So let's throw a big old capture so that I can grab, and then we'll grab the content next. And then right if I do meta tag, and then there's going to be some number of characters. I don't care what they are. And then I should find OG image, right? Matches. Yeah, that's right. Okay, fine. We'll take that out for right now. All right, so I've got that. And then I want to go all the way to the end tag. Let's say we have Instagram handler, for example, Logic app that gets Instagram info. What then pick media items and return image URLs back? What? So I've got to go till I find, yeah, right, and then I want not the closing character one or more times, and then the closing character. There. All right, so that'll get me the meta tag. The meta tag. Okay. And then I can take that and then grab the content off of that. Right? Filter for just that, right? Because I've isolated those things. So, you know what? I'm going to keep that regular expression right here with my Instagram stuff. Private, static, read-only, regex, meta tag. Yeah. Equals new, regex, not rex, x, regex. See what I did there, Rex Havoc? See what I did there? All right, so, well, wait, it's the only group, so I'm okay with that. And then I need some regex options, ignore case, and then regex options compiled, because I want it running fast. All right, so that's my meta tag locator. So now if I say meta tag, can you extract the content of the content attribute into a named group? Oh, I probably could, couldn't I? You're probably right. Okay, you're probably right. Right, and then if I say content equals, right? Now I've lost it. Why doesn't it like that? Oops. Because it should be like that. Yep, Brendan Minnick with async await best practices. Yes. Get await or get result unwraps any exceptions. Yes, it does. So I could grab them. HTML DOM I think is a little bit much. MPA rating. Hello, hello. Good to see you. So I want to grab the image, the OG image. I want to get the content, but it clearly, right, we've... Okay, that has that. But if I say any character, it just keeps right on going. And then if I end it at that, right? If I start typing content in here, it's like, I don't know what to do with that. If I make that, oh, no. Tried Googling it, can't find anything helps. Okay. We'll get this. We'll figure this out. So if it's OG image, right, it should be surrounded like this. I got an idea. right? So that actually grabs everything else. Bob Joel, thanks so much for the follow. I appreciate you joining us, Bob. 98.9%. Everybody's happy today. They're calling out our sentiment analysis number here. So that's actually analyzing all the chat that's going on and doing sentiment analysis. Make sure that folks are happy. We're doing all kinds of neat stuff here. Get rid of the closing tag at the end. I missed the dot star in between. Well, here's what I'm thinking. We do love regex. Who doesn't love regex? Right?
You keep using the word.
Regular expression.
I don't think it means what you think it means.
Yes, it does, Inigo Montoya. It means exactly what I think it means. Sheepishly raising your hand. What's up, Robert Tables? Do content without it. Do content without it. So if I say content... All right. All right. Already super interested in what you're working on. Fantastic, because let me tell you something.
I love it when a plan comes together.
And we're going to make this plan come together. There's some really good feedback I'm getting from the chat room over there. Thank you so much. That's why I call you my pair programmers, because I learn a lot, and when I'm starting to over-engineer things, you guys steer me in the right direction here.
Wait, let me explain something to you.
And I think that's the great value that we have interacting like this over Twitch. That is what I sometimes use HTML Agility Pack for. Regex terrifies you. It's okay. Regular expressions are okay. Thank you for the follow, al dente. Oh man, al dente. Are you Italian? Because al dente is how I prefer my Italian pasta. Veronica Hex. I didn't say hello to Veronica. Veronica. Hello, it's so good to see you this morning. Thank you so much for joining us. You work so rarely with regex. So there was a question from, let me make sure I'm pronouncing your name right. Vlog Life Dude. A regex is short, it's programmer slang for a regular expression. A regular expression is a series of these, right? You see some of these arcane single character indicators that you can use to build a pattern, like I'm doing here, using this regular expression tester at regexer.com. What this will do is it'll help me build a pattern that will allow me to match text inside of a larger document. And what I want to be able to do using the regular expression is for Instagram, I want to get the HTML, the code that makes up an Instagram page when somebody shares an Instagram photo with us, and I want to search through it here, and I want to find not that property, bad property. I want to find OG image, this one right here. And if you look at it, the content is the actual image that's being displayed for that Instagram link. So we're going to use this matching technology to go find this block of text, and then we'll grab that content, and now we'll know what the image is, and we can send that, bounce that off of our image recognition service, and figure out exactly what the image is that somebody's trying to share with us in chat. And that image recognizer tool, it's running in chat right now. If you share an image, something that ends with .jpeg, .png, .gif in chat, it'll tell you what it is, so that you don't have to click through and figure it out. We're doing fancy string parsing. Yes, we are, Brave Cobra. And it is depending on the order of the attributes. Yes. That can get interesting. Now, Instagram's pretty well generated. People aren't generating these on the fly, right? There's a machine that's generating this, and it's always the exact same format. So I think we're okay assuming that these are in that format. Rex Havoc says, I think this is pretty cool.
Make it so.
Yeah, we're going to get this thing done here. Very large part of web development, data parsing, and transformation. Absolutely. Yeah. All right, let me dig in here. So I have content equals, and then can I do that with something in between? Oh my gosh. I don't think I can do the dot there. I think I need to do, right? Do not quote. And I want to capture that. So the parentheses will capture, and then I can put a name on that. Ooh, man. Oh, baby, baby, baby. If I do that, now I've got just that as my capture. So parentheses in regular expressions captures. I'll be able to say, give me what you captured as part of it. Match all this other stuff. And then we'll capture this. And I think we got it. So, regex, get the attribute value following another attribute. Can I try to throw the bot a curve? Sure, BB. This definitely shouldn't be a regex. Why not, Smap? Help me out here. Why not? Cooldown. It's saying the cooldown is active on that. See, I got to turn off the cooldown on the images because it's not actually identifying everything. And I don't know what Fritzbot was actually trying to answer, and 30% it should not be showing you. That feels bad. Isn't there an age-old Stack Overflow comment meme on why you should never parse HTML? Yeah, I've heard that too. But you know what? I'm not building a healthcare management system here. I'm trying to identify folks' images here. Yeah, it's saying cooldown active on all the image identification. That feels bad. That feels really bad. I don't like that. Where is it? Where's the cooldown on this? I should be able to reset this quickly and easily. Right, cooldown time. Configuration root, cooldown time. Let me move this over here. So right now, cooldown time, and that's why it's not identifying some of these images. There it is. Cooldown time is 0 in my test. But if I look over here at... Before I open this and look at my environment settings, I'm going to come back to this so that I don't inadvertently open this somewhere that I shouldn't. Nope, it's good. Okay. So cooldown time is right under Fritzbot. I have it set to 30 seconds. I'm going to turn that off. Yeah. I'm going to turn the cooldown time completely off and restart the bot. There it goes. So that's also going to reset the sentiment analysis number because I restarted that in the project command. Ah, rats. Hey, President, not sure. All right. Yep, see that. That's okay. Now you can post some of those images in here. There we go. Car parked on the side of a dirt field. That's pretty good. That's a pretty good match. So. And that sentiment analysis looks like it flat out stopped. Did it stop? Did it stop? It shouldn't have stopped. That's not where I want to be, and you're turned back on. Oh, man. Let's go see how this is configured. I'm gonna have to log on 6 times here. Yep. Log in again to the Azure portal. And again. All right, where's my sentiment analysis? I called it sentiment widget. Because it sure looks like it's not doing anything. Yep, I'm out on the free tier. I have to change tiers. Uh-huh. And... come on. Show me the thing. It's not loading. We'd like you to load now. Is it on the correct pricing tier? Standard. Yeah. Do the thing. Do the thing. It looks like it's trying to work. Double win. No. Hang on. No. Nobody has to. You do not have to donate. No. Never. I am never going to ask for that. Why isn't it... I changed my... okay, pricing tier, standard. Yeah. And it looks like it's not actually doing the thing. Right? I'm going to refresh that sentiment widget. And it should start loading. The dragon docking. That looked very cool. Mini burgers here. Oh, no!
Inconceivable!
Mini burger is here. Oh, Frackberg, thank you so much for that kind cheer.
Tell me not to C# do the thing.
No. You do not need to donate to pay for my Azure. Thank you so much. I'm going to put that down in my handle Instagram here. So we'll record that one. That was Frackberg. And there we go. March 3rd. There we go. If you add _a equals 1, you get JSON back, which will have the direct link. Really? Fossils. Hang on, stop the press. Why isn't the sentiment widget working? It's sure configured right. Hey, classic programmer. My keys didn't change. Right, hang on. Sentiment analysis key. Yeah. That's still there. But it's like it stopped. Well, it's in degraded status is what it's telling me. Right? Look at this. Sentiment widget, 3 health events, and it's having a problem. And it won't. Right? If I mouse over that. Yeah, that's where I'm going. Well, maybe it'll heal and we'll get it back soon. I'm not going to get wrapped up in it. Now, why is it? There we go. All right, so the comment, did I change my tier, alter the API key? No, it did not. I just checked that. So there was a comment, if I put a question mark underscore underscore a equals 1. Well, look at that. So if that's the JSON, display resources, no. There's the description. I mean, I could certainly load that into, load this into json.net, not the profile pic. Display URL. No. Display resources. Well, where do these go? Well, that's it. Okay. All right, so thinking out loud. Display URL? Okay, we'll go after display URL. All right, I can do that. And then the media to caption. No. Right, I could navigate down to get the description. No, that's not the description. Oh, wait. Yes, that is the description right there. All right, so let's start with just getting the web address. So this actually, all right, this gets us out of the trying to do the regular expression here to identify that meta tag. I like this approach even better. Oh my gosh. So now I can say, I can do a JObject on this. I can navigate it pretty well. Right? Image URL is going to be, well, hang on. And it's, so the Instagram URL, and then if we add, what was it? Underscore a equals 1. Okay. Dotsu123. Thanks so much for the follow. I appreciate you joining us. It's giving me different image sizes in the display resources. Oh, fantastic. Then let's grab well, it doesn't matter to me what size it is. I'm not going to get bent out of shape on it. Let me do a JSON convert. I want to deserialize object. I want to get it into a JSON. What am I thinking? I want to be able to do link to JSON so that we can navigate it. So JObject.parse, that's what I'm thinking. JObject.parse. This is going to be JSON. Karnak, why aren't you running? Fritzbot can fly. Oh, yes, it can. Hey, Fairy Wings. Hello, hello. It's our friend Fairy Wings. So happy to see her.
60% of the time, it works every time.
That wasn't the one I thought it was.
People know me.
That was. All right, so this is going to parse this out so I have an object that I can navigate. The object, the response. I don't know. Naming things is hard. All right, so then the image URL. I should put that outside. Yeah. So I do that. You need a I'm kind of a big deal. I do. That would be good. Not just any response. The response. Yeah. To follow that, people know me. Yeah, I do. That would be good. Yeah. All right. So the image URL is going to be the response, right? And then I can navigate it using, right, all the different JSON bits here to navigate around it. So I'm going to start at GraphQL, and then I want to get down to display URL. So it's GraphQL shortcode media, right? GraphQL shortcode, right? Shortcode media. And then the key off of that was display underscore URL. That's not how you spell display. Okay. Is there, yep, value. Like that. Fantastic. So that should get me the image. Can I wire up my bot to my Stream Deck so that and then triggers the sound clip? I could.
And then?
I would have lots of people saying,
And then?
which means that we'd be hearing a lot of,
And then?
and our friend Fierce Kittens already has something that does that.
And then?
We're going to write something similar with Fairy Wings later this month.
And then?
We'll deploy it into chat.
And then?
We've already got something that does something like that for Quill Tony.
And then?
Yeah. The bit emoji cheers. Yes. Oh, yes. Cinnabar with the bit emoji cheers. Don't remind him. Hey, Jesse Skinner. Good to see you. So that should grab the image URL out of here. And if I go out here, I can say return image URL, and that should give me Instagram. It should work. So, right, if it's not null or empty, then it'll be true. So then when it comes in to execute, it goes and gets Azure URL, the image URL that was submitted. Fantastic. All right. I think we're ready to give this a try. Our friend Phil Cup paid... No, Makotronics. No, Cinnabar was not here. He was here, not today. He was here previously. No. No. I'm going to restart the bot over here. I'm going to close that and restart this bot. Oh, wow. Oh, boy. That wasn't good. Let me go. Now we need an Instagram page to go try. So I'm going to grab this, paste that in, and let's see if it tells me. Close-up of a sign. Well, okay. Didn't quite work the way that I thought it would. Almost. Well, close-up of a sign, that's not bad. I think I also want to indicate that it's an Instagram and whose Instagram account it came from. Right? Not just photo, blah, blah, blah. If it came from Instagram, I want to indicate that information. Now, what I saw was when I went to run this, yeah. Oh, you know what? It's still running. That's not the right command. -A. Yeah. A9. Go away. Now let's see if we get that sentiment analysis popping up. All right. There we go. Now we got it. Now it's back. All right. Where was I? I want to notify that it is Instagram. So let's do this. Let's add a field up here, not just the image URL. I feel like I need an enum for this as well. Because at some point we're going to have other providers that do these things. Man, I need another light in here. Come back to that later. Let me add an enum. Public enum, image providers. None. Instagram. I'm not going to give it any other numbers, just so that none starts at 0. So then up top here, I'll have private, image providers, provider, and I'll by default set it to none. So now I can format a string appropriately when it's Instagram. So when I handle Instagram here, right, provider equals image providers Instagram. Gonna need the link checker to stop parsing Instagram when photo checker starts. Yes. Yes. Good point, Animated Slinky. Let's make a note of that and come back to that in just a second here. I want to reformat and add this last bit of information. No. Here. All right, I'm just going to put a simple if provider equals Instagram. Okay. Cool. So now we've got that. So if it is Instagram, and I feel like I want to put the user's name also from there. So if I step forward back and look at the JSON, right, this was right from Imperial Girl's Instagram. So where is her name in here? No. There it is. Owner. So what's owner under? So it's short code media, owner, username. Okay. I feel like that's additional information to bring back. Oh, sure, we'll grab full name. Right, because I'm here. It's like additional metadata that I need to present. Right, let me split the... Right, so that additional metadata... Yeah. Oh, yeah, I gotta put a command for my keyboard. There's a bunch of single text commands I need to put in here. I could return a tuple from this, right? Which here, and then I need to put it somewhere because if can execute doesn't actually do anything with it. Yeah, you know what? It's not on the web page. It would be a nice use of tuples. My concern is threading. That I might be on that I could jump threads. You know what? I'm just going to... Instagram info. So then I'll say Instagram info equals, and I've got 2 of these that I'm going to be putting together. Short code media, and then it was owner full name. And then if I want to grab the description also. Now why am I giving... Yeah, I know that. I didn't finish, you turkey. Comma. Put that one in there. So now I have owner there. The description... Not... where was the description? You know what? I'm not going to worry about the description for right now. Just make that like that. Do one of these. Not image URL. No, Instagram info. Okay, good. Good, good, good. So that's up here. So now when I say Instagram, I'll put in parentheses here whose Instagram account it is. Item 1. What is the double type? That's called a value tuple. That's a way for you to put two types next to each other and have it handled as a value type managed on. Why not just a tuple? So there is a reference type tuple that's available that you can define like this. And that's a reference type. So in .NET, we have both reference types and we have value types. Reference types are handled on the heap, and they have to be garbage collected. Value types are handled on the stack, and garbage collection happens very, very quickly. Someone on my stream needs to represent the split board life. So I can name the items. You're right. Let's do that. Sure, let's do that. So let's call this owner. Yeah. Right, so that names that element of it. So now I can say Instagram info. Why don't you like that? Well, it's not a semi. Go away. I have it backwards. It should be like that. There we go. Now I can come down here. Instead of saying item 1, I can actually say owner. And it'll have it for me. I've been saying tuple. I need a lurk command. Sure. Do people even know what heaps and stacks are nowadays? It's becoming more and more of a thing as you see the new features of C# 8 and .NET Core 2.2 and later, where spans are available. And instead of managing strings on the heap, they're being managed on the stack as a span that just scans parts of a larger string. What's the story with the Philly.net hat? I had a khaki Philly.net hat that Mrs. C# Fritz inadvertently threw away. So, made an issue for a few bot commands. Oh, good idea. Thank you, Robertables. You can't say Robert Tables, otherwise it'll delete the entire stream. Yeah, look at that. It got the URL properly. All right, so that should format that Instagram bit a little bit better. Now, the other bug that we need to figure out was the order of the commands, right? It was hitting the still hitting the HTML title command to tell you if somebody posts a link what the title is. So it's not in can execute or execute down here, right? When it comes through and says, oh, you need to go do more. Right, so that should return true to can it execute, which the bot, as it's going through, I call these extended commands, right? Not start, not stop. When it receives a message, we're going to process that chat message. Handle basic commands. Otherwise, there's the sentiment analysis. Here it is, extended commands. Await handle extended commands. And it should know whether, if handle extended command returns false. No, if it returns true, it'll stop. So handle extended command can execute. And it checks to see if it can execute. If the commands are too fast, return false. After execute on that command, and then command.final. I thought, did I declare a final on this? Final is false. Hey, T-Grum61. Hello. Please, my friends call me Fritz. C-sharp's a language. I'm just the guy that breaks it and does stupid things with it. Final, it feels like if can execute was true, final should be true also. There you go. That works for me. Let's see here. Yeah, I feel like yeah. What do you think, chat room? If I flip final here, right? This is where it's deciding whether or not to continue on. Let's do this. Let's run another integration test with some Instagram links. I'm going to put a break right here. No. Here, where it can execute. And let's take a look-see. Let's grab some Instagram URLs that we can test with here. Build, please. There it goes. All right. Don't have an Instagram? That's okay. You don't need an Instagram account to test this. You just need an Instagram URL, like this one. I'll test with our Wookie cookie link. So now, look, it already did linked page title. Look at that. That actually came off of the other bot. So it's first saying can execute, and the command it's testing on is the Azure Q&A command, and that should bypass. This time it's the hyperlink command, can it execute. So I think, right, this is just checking to see is it HTTPS. I think what we should do is we should check to see is this an Instagram link here, and if it is, exit, because now the image command will handle as well. So I think that's where we're getting caught here. So let's grab that Instagram check from here, and I think I can make this internal so we can reuse it. Right, so here I am on the hyperlink command. So let's say if not, image descriptor command, Instagram check is match. So if it's not an Instagram, but it is the other stuff, right? It's snowing again where you are, Frackberg. We're supposed to get about 6 inches of snow here in the Philadelphia area. That's what, 15 centimeters for the metric, folks? 15 centimeters? That's a lot. There we go. Nope. Okay, so that's off the bot. The other bot, the running bot. that it went and did that one. Yes, I did mention that earlier, Rambling Geek. Thank you for sharing again. Yes. So this is hyperlink command. Let me step into this. So now it's going to do that Instagram check on my Instagram URL, and it steps out. Okay? So now this time, this is the image descriptor. There you go. Instagram Imperial Girl. Close-up of a sign. Now, why did it continue on linked page title? When it snows, you're sad. In May, you're sad. Yeah, okay. I believe you. I agree with you on that, Fuel Snable. Why we changed that if command final for nowadays, now final always run next command. You got me confused there, classic programmer. Help me out. Change that to break. So that'll break out of the for loop so that it doesn't continue. An enum handled with fully, partial, or not. What'll you do if you had Twitter and Facebook? Exactly. Tagaron, exactly. So, right, we'll add those other providers and teach it how to go and iterate through those. But I'm also going to have to go to my hyperlink command and add those additional checks here as well. Yeah, that's a good point. But why did it continue to show the linked page URL? That was returned true. Right, and it was stopping on the previous hyperlink. It saw that it was a hyperlink and stopped. What I should do is I should say false. Here we go. Right after I finish the execute, I return at the end of this. Right, do we use image URL anywhere further here? No. So after it does the analysis here, right, and it passes in the image URL and gets the response. Set the image URL equal to string.empty. No, I can't do it there. I was going to say, and then have the final set to true. What if I use dependency injection and pass in method-specific validation regexes and parsing? That would be interesting. That's going to get a little bit more complicated quick, and I don't want to spend more time on that today. I want to get into some of these other one-line commands, and I've only got 20 minutes left already. Look at this. Oh my gosh. So when this executes, let's look back over here. Await command execute. And then there's after execute. After execute. Nah, I'm okay. I don't need those. So the image. So for the image, I think we want to say it is final. Right, because this only fires if it did execute. So I think we do want final to be true. It's on the hyperlink command that we want. I think we want that to be true now. Also, now that we're no. Colored Binary. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate you joining us. All right, let's try this one more time. And then I'll apply this patch, restart the bot, and we'll take a look-see. You need to have the tests sorted. I do. Is the giveaway over today? Yes. Those giveaways were a couple weeks ago, right? I don't have anything saying we're doing a giveaway right now, do I? I don't think so. I hope I don't. Most specific to least specific. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. All right, let me pass in that Instagram URL. Yep, so it's still showing the linked page title. That's from the other bot, but a close-up of a sign, and it shows that it came from Imperial Girl. I'm okay with that for now, to start. We can add more features to that later. But that's pretty cool. I like it. I like it. So, I will... come on. PowerShell. There we go. This is Stream Tools. Right, I should have... Yep. Added handling for Instagram. And I want to talk about some of these other ones. What happened to the build giveaway? I'm still waiting for details from our friends at Progress. They had to get some things, some I's dotted, T's crossed over there before we could get into it. There'll be information about it down below when that does happen, but it's very much in the plans. Okay, so I'm going to restart this. There we go. And I will restart. Oh no, I didn't deploy a new version of the bot. I'm not going to deploy a new version. Not yet. Wait till we're done. And then we'll have it for next time. All right, so I want to go next. Oh no, did that get... Did that? No, good. All right. So there was a comment, right? I think we have a couple new issues here, right? I thought somebody said they put together a couple of issues out here around this. But there's this comment from Mike saying, if you want to know more about the music to code by used on stream, we should have a music command to output that information. And I think these single command, single response interactions are real easy to do and something that we can put together quickly. So I'm going to do that. Yeah, Robert Tables, I thought you opened an issue for this. Hey, Kasukin. Oh, it's on the live stream. Yeah, we need to move this over. Yeah, we need to transfer this issue. Put this into Stream Tools. Go. And this is related to... This is 250. So I think these are all, I believe, one line of text responses. I think we can get away with one command that does these and configure it appropriately. Let's do it. So I'm going to add a new command. This is a basic command. I'm going to call this text command. Because it's a bang command, and then we're going to output a line of text. And it's always the same line of text no matter what. There is no... these are... If the Azure Q&A and the image descriptor are smart commands, this is a dumb command, comparatively. But it's a basic command, is what we called it. So I'm going to implement that interface. Now, the trigger for these is going to be different. There's all kinds of things that could trigger this, right? And I don't want to build another command for each one of these. That feels like a lot. So a trigger for these coming out of the bot, right? It's going to look and say, does that command trigger equal the command that was actually executed, the command that was sent in? Oh, you accidentally sent it to the wrong... Yeah. Oops. It'd be nice to be able to add commands live. Example, new command text. There you go. Now that's interesting. That's very interesting. So actually, text command might be an extended command. Because an extended command appears in order and has a can execute, and then execute. Let's make this an extended command, because it is going to have a little... No! What did it just do? Don't do that. Go back. Go back, go back, go back. No, 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 no. Okay. Why did it want to rename? Sclater34, thank you so much for the follow. This is going to be text command description. Handle... return a simple line of text. And actually, the project command could be doing this the same way. The order, I want to make this first, so that we handle this thing first. So if I go over here and I find... Right, if I find everything that's implemented this, I've got the Azure Q&A command, the hyperlink command. Oh, yeah. Right, so the order on this is 1. I want to make this, right, I want to make this 0. Final, you betcha. And then the cooldown, this one I'm going to force time span from seconds. I'm going to force 5 seconds on this. Can execute. All right. So here's where I think we need some sort of a dictionary of these commands. And I like what you're suggesting, await task. If we had a dictionary, I'm missing a semi. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. If I had a dictionary of these along with the text that goes with it, I could then allow folks to, like you're suggesting, set the name of it. So let's start off with, let's start off simple and put together a, and then we'll figure out how to add stuff. Read only, dictionary, string, and then we'll call this commands. And we'll also be able to make this look up and identify these things. So can execute, what I want to do is I'm going to look at that full command text and I'm going to find exclamation point something. And then grab that, and then that'll be what we do. Reflection over all implementers of iExtended command. Too much. Too much. So can execute, I want to put in here things like music. Jeff plays music to code by from Carl Franklin. mtcb plopcom. Right? That's the command to execute, and that's what to put at the end. If... Let's do this. Equals full command text substring 1 full command text dot index of space -1. So that should grab me just that command, and now I can say return commands contains key command. So then when it executes, I'm going to want this again, which I can probably just make a property, right? Nah, can't make it a property. Got to make it a getter. Who cares? It's one line. Right? And then all that I'm going to do is say return, not return, chat service dot send message, and I want to specify who asked the question, which is going to be username, and then the command text, the response, which is going to be commands like that. What do we think? Abusing reflection. Yeah, we could do that. If it is static text and keyword, why not have a source? Exactly, Smab. Need to put an await on this. Need to put an async on this deal. Done. That will be needed. New commands are to be... Yes, exactly. So then the question becomes, is it a JSON file? If it's a JSON file, then I'm saving into that file, and I need to be able to save that outside of my container when it's running. Simply return. You're right. We can do that. What were some of the other ones? Right, lurk doesn't really do anything. Keyboard. Oh yeah, the containers. Oh yeah, the containers. Project we already have in here, and we could deprecate. Discord and GitHub, I can drop in here pretty quick. Right? Discord. Join us on the Fritz and Friends Discord server at... And then the Discord... Wait a sec, it's on the... Where can I get it easy? Discord. No, not user settings. Server. Server settings. Invites. There it is. Why can't I highlight and copy that? Virtually mount to a host directory. Exactly. Or get an S3 bucket. Oh, don't give me an S3 bucket. Oh, no. If I were to get an S3 bucket, I would get fired. Just saying. There's the Discord link. There it is. And bang. There's our Discord. Alright, so now I have the Discord. Right? And GitHub. Check out Jeff's GitHub at GitHub C# Fritz. All right, and that should pick up. It's a blob in a bucket. Yep. I could get it from, not Azure, from an Azure blob. I could get it from Azure, what's it called? Azure Vault. Pull it from there. I could pull it from Cosmos. Can execute. Throw me one of them in there. Oh, there we go. Well, wait a sec. That's not right. Blog, that's one we need to build. It's not hitting. It's not signed into Twitch here. It's not, I'm not getting anything off of the bot. What the heck happened? Which one would be easiest to implement? Well, that's just it. I don't want to make you required to use a cloud service to use the bot. So for things like this, part of me would say, let's save a SQLite database in a file outside and use that. There it goes. Right? So, right? Oh boy. H. Nope, that's not going to do anything. Error. Length cannot be less than 0. Well, right. SQLite would be perfect for this. I agree. I'm going to put a break there instead. QLite. Nope. I think I also need to check that it starts with. Let me put the starts with in here also. If not, full command text starts with. Right? Just jump right through that hoop first, so we don't even get in to some of these other things yet. SQLite seems like overkill. Well, so here's the idea, Smab. SQLite will allow us to add things a little bit easier into it and manage it. Okay. So now if I say music. Oh, you know what? There's no space. Okay. Well, you know what? Yeah, I don't need that. I can just say substring 1. Just chop off everything. Give me everything after it, and if that's a command, do it. So here we go. Oh, and oh, the only cycan. Whoa, stop the press. Stop the press. Oh, good catch. That should be lowercase. To lower invariant, and I'm going to acknowledge that new follower in just a second here. Drink, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate you joining us. There we go. So now if we do music, does it contain music? And it should return. Ah, shoot. Leviani, thanks so much for that resub. Never stop. Oh, we're going to have lots of fun writing code here. We'll adapt and move forward and do all kinds of cool stuff. Absolutely. Falcon Punch is the flavor. That's a little bit, that's borderline family friendly, and I want to make sure that nobody's offended here, so I worry about that one. That one's real borderline here for me. Come on. Oh, that cheer didn't work. G Fuel then. Giddy up. I think we've got this right now. There you go. There we go. So we've got an initial set of these simple commands coming in. Just shouting to test, not a problem. Not a problem. That's looking pretty good. Nope, not gonna work because it doesn't match. Gary, thanks so much for that kind cheer, and we'll make another donation to Black Girl's Code. I'm gonna put that cheer right up here at the top of this command. 033. There we go. Yeah, that's right. That's not gonna fit either. Is there a way to pick up which particular track is currently being played? Well, I played the tracks off of the Stream Deck, so I would need to somehow inspect the Stream Deck and figure out what's being played. So it's not as easy as it sounds. That's going to take a little bit of investigation, a lot of bit of investigation. And I don't think we have the hooks for that from the Stream Deck. But I do like the idea. I do. I know there's ways to get into Spotify and other music players through an API and see what they're playing. When you're working off Stream Deck and playing it through something else. Exactly. Now I got to go rooting around and figure out where it's actually playing it. Is this just the same track looped? It is, Frackberg. Today, this is Yellow. It's 25 minutes long, and it's just looped every 25 minutes. It's designed as 25 minutes long so that you can use it as an assistant if you're using the Pomodoro technique. The Pomodoro technique says focus on something for 25 minutes, focus hard, and then at the end of that 25 minutes, you set a little timer. At the end of the 25 minutes, take 5 minutes to get up, walk around, refresh your beverage, go to the restroom, and then sit down and go back at the next 25 minutes. So when the song stops, it's time to get up and go take care of that stuff. So really neat stuff. Works great. Yeah. Would you git push and sync at the end of episode? Sure will, Namos Ray. Yes, I absolutely will. And I think we're just about there. I think we want to add a lurk command here. What do you... And Robert Tables, you had a nice statement a little bit earlier about my keyboard. I want to drop that in also. Where was that? Oh, Mini Burger. I need to record that and just have that available to play. Just whenever I need to. I can just drop in, oh, Mini Burger. But there was a thing about the keyboard. Where did it go? A simple implementation could have the track name written to a JSON file and the bot could read from that. Oh, yeah, absolutely, Rambling Geek. That'd be great. Maybe I could have a... Maybe we could add a plugin for the Stream Deck that randomly plays one and writes the name. Maybe there's a thing there. I'm trying to find the thing about the keyboard. Robert Tables had a really great statement about the keyboard. Don't see it. I'm scrolling back through all of the chat. Sure, she gets high and I get, oh crap, it's Minnie. Yeah, that's right, Minnie. Oh my gosh, all these statements that I missed here. Whew. There it is. Vortex Race 3 with Cherry MX Blue. There we go. Keyboard command to the link. Yes. Keyboard. Jeff uses a... Details on his blog at, and then I have a blog post with that, like this. There it is. And this has a link to buy it. So if I paste that in, and then blog. Jeff's blog is at jeffreyfritz.com. And there was a suggestion for Lurk. What should Lurk be? Lurk's a little bit different. Chat search function. Maybe. That's a good idea. Small console app. Call multifunction. That's not bad. Probably should implement some kind of rate limit for these commits. There is, actually. Right, so there's... Right, here's the cooldown. But the Lurk is a little bit different. I don't want to just send message async. Right, Lurk? Lurk is different. Right, Lurk says... What does Lurk look like for other folks? Twitch Lurk command. What does that look like? So let's say instead of formatted like this, right? Stepping away from the keyboard and lurking. Yeah. So I'm going to put a special one here. If command equals lurk, right? Because it's a special format. Right, I'm going to say username and then the response. I need to put a space. There already is one. Good. All right. I'm going to commit these changes and wrap up here. So I'm going to stop the music. Stop the music. Let's commit what we got. All right. Added a simple text command. I will sign that. Nope. Good. Push that up. And I will rebuild. And this will be 193, I think. Right? Something like that? Yep, 193. Cool. That'll build and make my make the bot available so we can use it next time inside of a Docker container. Very, very cool. All right. Let's wrap up. So we got done a lot of stuff here today. We now have our bot able to respond to Instagram posts when someone shares an Instagram link in the chat room. And you're going to be able to see what that Instagram image is before clicking through to it. And you'll see who created that Instagram post as well. Yeah, we'll get rid of that SMAP. I'll do a little bit of cleanup here. We also created a simple text command that'll respond to simple commands with a line of text. And we've got a great suggestion that we should be able to add to and manage that from within chat as well. Maybe we want to limit that to just moderators. At some point, I didn't get to it today, I wanted to get to inspecting some of the commands, some of the feedback that comes back from our Q&A and from our image, and be able to have moderators be able to push back and say, that's not accurate, and have it handle that appropriately. Or something was, if it identified something as adult or racy, and handle that appropriately as well from our moderators. I'm going to set us up for our raid. Our good friend, Ms. Suze Hinton, the No-Op Cat, has started, and she's writing code over there on her channel. It's Sunday morning. We're going to raid Suze. If you want to check out the stream, you want to see what she's working on with JavaScript and IoT devices, sit right back, and we'll be magically whisked over there in just a second. Thanks so much, everybody, for joining us. I'll see you on Tuesday night, and we'll do a little bit more work here. Maybe we'll get into that moderator interaction on our bots. All right? All the code's up on GitHub. This video will be available on YouTube just a little bit later. Thanks so much, everybody. Get your bots ready to head over and say hi to Suze. We'll see you next time. Take care.